LeBron, we've seen the drives at the hoop and finishes a lot of times before to force OT and then late in OT, either side of the paint. But first time in your career, 20 rebounds. Just wondered where you found the legs for that and then still managed to get to the rim and finish.
I mean, I don't know where I found the legs, honestly, but understanding how great of a rebounding team they are, it's very important that we try to clean glass when they miss. I know we still, gave up 16 offensive rebounds for 24 second chance points, so we still got to do a better job of that. But just trying to do my part.
Dave?
Can you recall a playoff game, where you were lining up to take multiple charges in a fourth quarter, and just your overall approach to tonight, getting the rebounds, low turnovers, charges, blocks, things of that nature? This is an example of how you will do what the game dictates.
I mean, that's always been me. Whatever it takes for the team to be successful, and just trying to be as great as I can be offensively, but even more important on the defensive end. And so that was the kind of the mindset tonight. And I was able to make a couple plays to help us be successful.
LeBron, this deep into your career, there aren't a lot of firsts left to accomplish, but a 2020 game, this is the first one you've ever had. Was it just sort of kind of the night sort of dictated it? And then I guess moving forwards, what do you think it's going to take to close this team out in Memphis?
I don't know. I mean, obviously the game is played, and you have to be able to adjust to how the game is being played and try to make plays and, defensive rebound and offensive rebound. And, if you get an opportunity to get in there and get scrappy, obviously, versus this team, you go and do it. And, the closeout game is always the hardest game of a series. It's the most tiring one. It's the most brutal one, and we better be ready for it. And I think we'll be ready for it.
LeBron, that last bucket you had to make it 113-108, you turned to the crowd, you're screaming and flexing. Can you take us to the emotion of that moment and kind of sealing the game?
I mean, I just, you know how momentum plays are made, and you've been a part of moments where you know that you can kind of get like kind of a dagger play or a kill shot, and I feel like that play right there, after I was able to make that and one kind of, I don't want to say close the door, but it sealed it a little bit. It wasn't much light at the end for that particular, for the rest of the game. So just letting the emotion come out, and the fans was once again, top-notch tonight for a second consecutive game.
Hi, Brian. Couple of questions. One is, when you get it up over Jaren Jackson Jr., is that the highest you've had to throw it up over someone to get it to bank in a layup there? And also, the last time out that you called, I think you and Darvin were calling it at the same time. Was that fatigue? Was that just people needed breath, or just you knowing the moment?
Well, I mean, I work on different layup packages. Tier 1 is a layup just right underneath the rim where you lay it off the glass. Tier 2 is like the middle of the glass or the middle of the square. And then Tier 3 is over top of the square. Shout out to Chris Johnson. We work on those depending on the shot blocker. So I've had moments where I've been able to scoop those high layups. One to come to mind is, I don't remember which finals it was, but in Golden State, I was able to drive right, keep the ball in my right hand, and underhand scoop it high over KD in a game. You remember that play, right, Dave? Yeah, 17, yeah. So it's not the first time I've done it.
Tanya, is that timeout also?
Oh, yeah, I was burnt. Meaning I was exhausted. Sorry. I apologize. Sorry.
LeBron, when you're in those moments late in the game, when you are exhausted and you need to find another level, how do you do that?
You just dig deep and understand that you'll be able to sleep at some point. Just not right now. and this is not the time to rest or forget about an assignment. You'll have more than enough time after the game and the next day to kind of rest and try to decompress as much as possible. So I just dig deep and just try to just make plays. That's all.
LeBron, do you ever amaze or surprise yourself?
Yep. When?
Did that happen tonight?
When my teammates told me I had 20 and 20, I had no idea that I had 20 and 20. And it's the first time I've done it in my career. I've done some pretty good, cool things in my career. I've never had 20 and 20 before, so that was pretty cool, I guess.
Rachel. LeBron, we were joking in the locker room that not only did you have 20 and 20, you broke a 50-year-old record. You're the oldest player to do that. Wilt did it 50 years ago. How is it meaningful to you that you're doing new things at this age?
Just trying to keep my body in the best possible, shape to go out and perform. And these are the moments that I love. I love the postseason. Obviously, I've been a part of a lot of the games. And I just love being able to make plays and be out there with my teammates to give them experiences that they may, never had before. This is Austin's first playoff series, and we was talking after the game, and he was just talking about how much he loved, this. Like he said, it's the greatest thing he's ever been a part of, like basketball-wise. He said something else, but I can't repeat it. But and that brought a lot of joy to me that I could be in a position where I can be a part of someone's experience that this is the greatest thing basketball-wise they've ever done. That's pretty cool to me.
Last two, Malika will end with Melissa.
LeBron, the last possession of regulation, Anthony Davis comes up with that huge block, and you have the nearly full court shot that doesn't quite. Can you just walk us through all of that?
Well, I knew it was 0.8 on the game clock, and I did not see obviously, as soon as AD blocked it, I just kind of caught it and threw it, just in case, just in case. Obviously, excuse me, after I saw it was well after the red light around the backboard, but you just never know. So I guess you play into the clock and after, I guess.
Last question, Melissa.
Hey, Bron. Obviously, you guys were underdogs entering this series. Is it a mistake for this team ever to be considered underdogs when you're healthy and when AD is healthy?
Nah, we still are. We didn't play to our capabilities this year for 82-game season, and that's the reason why it is. And so, but we don't really talk about it. We just go out and understand what our assignments are. Understand in order for us to win what we have to do offensively and defensively, and then try to go out and execute it for as close to 48 minutes as possible. And we're playing against a great team, in the Memphis Grizzlies. So we got to do it again for 48 minutes or 53. Whatever the game calls us for, we got to be able to do it again. And but it's going to be extremely tough because they're really, 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 really damn good team and very well coached.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.